Good evening, everybody. Let me just turn the music down here. How are we all today? Thanks for waiting. What we got online? We're only a couple of minutes late. Looking ahead to Gameweek 27 tonight. I'm not probably making any transfers, so it'll be interesting to see what questions and stuff you've got. I think most people are captaining Salah this week, but we can talk through that. I know a few people are considering Aguero and Kane, but I think Salah's going to be the number one. I've already put it back on Salah. I can be talked into Sanchez, but it would take a hell of a lot of talking, I think. Anyway, let's say good evening. Salah, how's it going? Eddie, what's up? Lots of people in already. Ben. Haven't heard of one of these for a long time. How have you been? I've been good, Jack. How have you been? Salah going to be rested? Oh my god. Surely not. What's my overall rank? Am I happy with it at this stage? It's like 37k. Happy? I don't know if I'd say happy, to be honest. I would like it to have been a little bit lower at this stage, but plenty more weeks to work with. You've captained Salah once so far. I got 2 that week. I mean, it's a bit unlucky. Not very many Not very many weeks you captain Salah and he gets a blank. Leave out the game week 31 chat. It does my head in. Richard, it will definitely come up. It always does around this time of the season. Like I said in the preview video, from here on out, all the talk will be blank and double game weeks. Won't be missing one of these for a long time now. Good stuff. Too much Salah hype. Don't like it. I mean, for good reason, right? He's more than 8 points per game over the whole season. Not many players do that. In any season, let alone this season. A Salah rest would be havoc. Oh, don't stop putting that into my head now. There's 4 polls tonight. It was actually a bit low on. Usually I get loads of replies for polls. Didn't really get too many tonight. And I couldn't really think of too many. It feels a bit like a holding week this week. We're all just waiting until next week to get more info for Game Week 31. Say it quietly because Richard doesn't want to hear about it. But yeah, there's 4 polls. Top right hand corner, click the little eye. You can vote on them. We've got... What did I go for? Game Week 27 captain. One about Aubameyang. Is he overpriced, underpriced, or just about right? Are you going to consider taking Alonso out? I don't think that one's going to... take off, but it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts. And then best mid-range midfield picks, just like Walcott, Defoe, and Ramsey. Should have had a poll. Should I shave? Okay, I can add that now, but you'll have to refresh the. You'll have to refresh the stream. I don't know what the name of the guy is. No, I better not put that, actually. Sorry, right, there you go. There's a beard poll up now. You'll have to refresh the stream, though, if you want to see it. Sorry, not the time or place. Look, we talked about Club Biscuits for a while. You're on a holiday game week 31 and 32. I've actually, I'm going to be away over a few game weeks. I'm just going to have a look it up now when the dates are. So I'm going to be away for game week 29. When I say away, I mean away that weekend. I'll probably be able to do the streams before and after the game week. And game week 31, the blank game week, I will not be around for that weekend. But again, I should be able to do the streams either side. So all I'm not here for is just watching the games, really. But hopefully I'll watch them while I'm away. You've already done J-Lings to Walcott. Fair enough. Lingard's not been doing much. He is a cheap price. Like Mark was saying on the Scoutcast, he's a cheap price. We can't expect too much from him. But 4 games with a blank and Walcott looking pretty good and good fixtures. I think that's a fair enough trade, to be honest. Yeah, Bauer's the right back, I think, not left back. The polls are in the top right hand corner. Depending on what device you're using, you'll either have to hover over the top right or just click up there. Some people say it doesn't work. I've still never figured out why it does or doesn't work, so who knows about that. What's going on, David Isaac? Second, I think, in the Let's Talk FPL League. There he is, currently 63rd overall, having a great season. How's it going, David? I saw Jamal Rice was top of our league. I've locked it now. I don't think he generally joins the streams. I saw him come in last time. Jamal, you have to hit me up. I think he joined recently because he's doing so well. So, what that tells me next year is I need to lock the league earlier. Which, to be fair, a lot of you did tell me to do that weeks ago. So, my bad, my bad. But Jamal is doing awesome. He's 6th overall. So, it'll take a lot for anyone to overtake him at the top of the league. My wife and sister-in-law are telling me to get off the stream so I can sit and talk to them. Have a word. Why would you want to talk to them? There's FPL to be discussed. Do they not know how high up you are? You're 63rd in the world. Some of us can only dream of that. FPL family, what's up? Why do you constantly ignore me? Oh my god. So many needy people in these streams. Like I always say to everyone else that moans about not being answered or whatever, there's a lot of people that watch usually. Now, to be fair, it's only around 150 so far tonight, which is quite low compared to usual. So it'll probably be a bit easier to answer people's questions, but generally the chat goes really quick. It's difficult to keep up. Christopher Nutton, 14th in the league. Fair play. Let me have a look. I'll just bring it up on the main screen, sorry. I was checking it on the other one. So let's see, 14th, Christopher Nutton. There he is. Where are you in the world, my man? 2,627. I mean, that would take a lot to catch up, but it could be done. Decent enough team. Captain Salah last week. I'm so jealous of that. Mkhitaryan as well, straight in. Fair play. That's the kind of move I just never make, and so I'm such a boring manager. Ooh. That's an interesting question straight off from Joseph. Would I rather win £2,000 or win FPL? Honestly, I think I'd take the FPL win. I don't know if £2,000's enough to sway me. Because winning FPL is so difficult. If it was... Yeah, if I really need the money... And don't get me wrong, I'm not rich enough where £2,000 would not be a very nice sum of money. In fact, it would be great right now. I'd blow it all on a new computer straight away. But FPL, man, spend so long, day in, day out, for like months on end, for years, doing FPL. I think I'd like to win, to be honest. But yeah, you up that money. I don't know, up that money a bit. Then we'll talk. So yeah, Christopher doing very well. Fair play. Who else is in? I always feel bad looking through the league because I don't always recognise everyone's names because not everyone has the same name in the league as they do in the chat. I feel bad then. Like I'm missing people out that I don't recognise who are probably in the chat every week. So like Ryan Kershaw, I know he's in FPL General's Elite 64 League. I think I'm actually playing him this week. Let's have a look at his team. Oh, very similar. Mkhitaryan and Bernardo Silva versus my Willian versus my Lingard, Sanchez, and who else do I have? Ibe. Don't know about that. My defence is probably a bit better though. That'd be a close one. Depends who we captain. I mean, I'm probably going to go Salah. We'll see. Let me put it back on my team a sec. Someone asked me if I thought I was a good pick. I mean, there's always a chance he loses his place because King's knocking about now. Stanislas is back. Obviously, Wilson's up front, so there's potential for him losing his place. But he started like 9 or 10 games in a row. He's done very well as well. I've got him knowing full well at some point he'll probably have to be a fifth midfielder in a 3-4-3, so that I won't play him every week. But for now, going to take all I can. I've got him in mainly because of Sanchez. Once Sanchez goes, that'll free up some money. If I ever won FPL, I'd quit and never play again. Can't be topped. No, I wouldn't do that. My mate did that. Well, he didn't win, but he was like #1 for 17 weeks of the season. 17 weeks in total, most of those in a row. It was only in the last few weeks he bottled it. He came 8th and he never played again. It was just a case of he was probably never going to top that. If you captain Salah over Sanchez, then the whole Sanchez move should be considered a failure. I don't know about that. The way I was kind of thinking out loud on Twitter earlier, if Sanchez gets 2 goals or a hat-trick or whatever, let's say he scores 15 to 20 points, of course, if Salah doesn't get anywhere near that, I'll be annoyed that I didn't put the captain on him, but it's still a great haul from a big differential. So I don't know if I need to put it on Sanchez, and to be honest, the main reason I got him in was for captain against Huddersfield, not Newcastle. I'd already kind of told myself that Salah would be my captain for these next couple of weeks. And then Kane as well, and the fixtures get a bit better. He did get a medal, yeah, for finishing 8th. I think one of our other mates got him like a, what's it called, Secret Santa. I think it said, I didn't win FPL or something like that. He wasn't happy about that. Free hit in 31 or 35. I'm kind of veering towards the 35, but I will be able to answer that question a lot better next week when we know who's going to blank for sure in 31. Yeah, right now it's tough. Oh, hang on a sec. Right. There you go. Now I don't have to ignore him because I just won't see him at all. Have I watched the show Arrow? I haven't, no. I gotta be honest, I don't watch much TV these days. Do I like head-to-head leagues? I don't really join that many, to be honest, because the thing is, like, I like head-to-head in... If I could stick with draft, I'd prefer it in draft because you can actually make changes based on who's available to bring in and who your opponent's got. In FPL, I'm never... Unless there's a lot of money on the line, it gets towards the end of the season, then maybe I would, but I'm unlikely to ever make a change in my FPL team to beat someone in a head-to-head. I'm always going to be more worried about overall rank. So, no, I don't really play head-to-head leagues that much. You got Van Dijk in this week, maybe heart over head, but good underlying stats. Van Dijk. Don't know what I thought I was saying then. He's going to score soon, surely. Like, just watch him. Like, he's already on the end of all their corners. It's just a matter of time before a goal goes in. Liverpool got fixtures that they could keep clean sheets in. I wouldn't ever like to bet on a clean sheet with Liverpool, but I think defensively they've probably been doing okay stats-wise. And they got the fixtures there. Plus they don't blank, so I'm looking at bringing in a Liverpool defender at some point. But I've got my eye on Robertson. Mostly because he's cheap. If you have no wild card like me, is it best to play the free hit chip in 31? Again, that will still depend on what your team is. So you've got to look. Again, we'll have a clearer idea next week of who's blanking, and I don't know. I'm not going to go through every different scenario, but let's say it works out where you've actually got 7 or 8 players that aren't going to blank already. Then you've got 4 or 5 game weeks to make transfers to make sure that's 11. In which case, I wouldn't then use my free hit in game week 31. I'd probably tend to use it in 35. But it depends what your team's looking like. If you need to use it in 31, then you can start concentrating on getting double game week players instead for 34, sorry. Jesus, I hate all these game weeks. I lose track. And then keep your free hit. Use your free hit. So we'll see. Oh my god. Why did I get blocked for asking you to answer my questions? Because I just get sick and tired of people whining their questions haven't been answered, I'm afraid. I hate to be that guy, but like I've said a few times, there's so many questions, I'm never going to get to all of them. I'll try and go back up a bit. Why are people transferring Otamendi out? They've just... lack of... lack of clean sheets. So they haven't kept a clean sheet now in 4 games, I think. Plus, people are looking to free up money. It was one of the reasons I did it was to bring in Sanchez. As well, some people, now I'm not so sure about this, but some people think he might get arrested over the next couple of games. They've obviously got Laporte now, they've got Stones, Company is back, but we never know how long he's back for. Personally, I think he's first choice, and he's going to just play. He's a centre-back, he probably doesn't need a rest, especially, you know, Man City have so much of the ball. His job most of a game is to kind of stand near the halfway line and make sideways and sometimes forward passes, so I can't imagine. I know he's played a lot of games, but I can't imagine he needs that much of a rest, but maybe he does. Anyway, the main reason is not a lack of clean sheets, and people are looking to free up some money. I think you do a great job of answering questions without digressing too much. Oh, it's so good digressing though. I really want to talk about PUBG. I'm so hooked on that game. Maybe we'll talk about it at the end of the stream. I had such a good game earlier at work. Do you think they'll go back to 3 at the back? I don't think so. I'm not sure. They haven't played that for a while, to be honest. They haven't got Sané that can play left wing back. They haven't got... I'm not saying that obviously Sané is the perfect choice for left wing back, but he's played in there before. Obviously Mendy's still out. I don't know if he'd want to play Danilo left wing back, to be honest. Obviously Walker's fine the other side, but yeah, I just don't see that. I don't know if there's enough need to change the system now for Pep. What to do with Alonso? You've had him since game week 1. Well, first of all, congratulations on getting so many points out of Alonso. Honestly, if, like, sensible hat on, let's not do anything rash with Alonso. He scores lots of points. He will probably score lots of points over the next few weeks. He's got West Brom at home, so if he's fit, you definitely keep. If he's injured, find out how long he's injured for, and then go from there. I'm kind of being a bit of devil's advocate with getting Alonso out. I'm definitely not saying it's a good idea, but the next kind of few fixtures after West Brom are not good, and he is a lot of money. How's it going, Luke? You looking forward to a Salah hat-trick this weekend? Everyone's telling me he's going to get rested. Do I think Otamendi to Van Dijk is a good idea this week? Surely Leicester can score at least 1 compared to Southampton. Yeah, but Liverpool are away, remember. I think if you've got 1 free transfer this week, I would rather not make that Van Dijk move personally and just keep the free transfer and reassess next week. Chelsea's next 6 after West Brom is dreadful, yeah. Can see a mass resting versus Crystal Palace. Yeah, possibly. Again, Alonso's not someone who gets rested a lot. I wonder if he's got a knock rather than was just tired. I'd say that's more likely. Our next 6 in all competitions, okay. Sorry. Excuse me. Is Lukaku overlooked? No, I don't think so. A good stream of points throughout the season, maybe, but they're very low for his price. You can't necessarily measure a player's points over like that long a period. Like if hang on, let me bring it up. Because obviously you've got transfers. So if I bring up forwards, Lukaku's 5th, right, 117, but not that far ahead of Lacazette, who would be considered rubbish this year. So he's not returning for his price. Like Firmino's beating him. Like if you got Firmino at the right time, you haven't had to hold Firmino all season. Do you know what I mean? If you got him in recently, he's been doing quite well. You get him in at the right time is what I'm trying to say. And Lukaku is just not returning enough points week in, week out for that price. I mean, there is the argument, I suppose, that if you've just kept him, you've got that steady stream of points, you've got to use transfers elsewhere. But if you're then tempted to captain him and stuff, I don't know, just getting 5 points a week for 11 odd million is not. It's not really good enough, I don't think, for that price. Yeah, I would assume Evra's back up at 4.5. Oh, sorry, I'd assume he's back up, and even at 4.5. I mean, if he was going to play, I'd be tempted at some point if the fixtures are good, maybe a double game week, but I mean, he's 36, isn't he? Yeah, just not for me ever. As much as I love the guy. As a non-Aguero owner, am I worried about him? Not really, to be honest. I was probably more worried the week after his hat-trick, even though it was 2 goals. One of those goals was off his hair, if that. So I'm not too worried. I mean, Leicester's a pretty good game, but I'm happy with the players I got, I think. For the most part. Jay Ling's not good. What, Matthew, what rank are you now? I know you were in the top 10 earlier. West Ham's chairman have been playing FIFA 2011 with Everett and Zabaleta. Yeah, not the most mobile. Is Lingard going after Newcastle? Quite probably, yeah. Let's see though, if he does something, could be tempted to keep. Because it's Chelsea after that game. So that's at least 4 or 5 goals for Man United. Which is decent. I've not got any, like, this is what always cracks me up. I've not got anything against Aguero. I think he could do decent. But why would I bring him in, like, with the team I've got? You've dropped to number 11, nice. Like, how do you feel when you're that close to being able to win it? I mean, like, it gets to this point in the season, you must be thinking, I can actually win this thing now. Like, that must, like I was saying earlier, one of my mates got close. I remember every week he would message me before the game week started, just to run through his transfers. Like, he was thinking about it every day, I think. Yeah, very nervous, I can imagine. It's like, I want to obviously get a better rank than I've got, but do you know what I mean? I'm 36k. If I finish 15k or whatever, so be it, like, at this point. But being 11th, every transfer would be, like, wrecking my head. I don't know what the streams would be like if I was that high, because if you get that high, do you know what I mean? People are serious at that point. They're watching, you know, maybe not this stream or whatever, but they're watching, like, Fantasy Football Scout, they're paying attention to people on Twitter, etc. Don't want to give away too many moves. You don't know if you should just take a risk and try and get close to the top 10 or play it safe not to drop down. Yeah. That's a tricky one, to be honest. I mean, that really depends on the manager you are. And then, Dave, if you're saying you're not a risky manager, then carry on as you are. I think it depends. Like, you get to certain milestones. Like, if you're not going to finish in the top 10, then anything after that up until 100 is fine. Like, if you finish top 90, top 80, it doesn't matter. You'll just say you finished top 100. So it kind of goes top 10k, top 5k, top 1000, top 100. No one ever really says top 500. So top 100, top 10. So if you don't think top 10 is, or top 10 could be too risky, then I think just cement your place in the top 100. But that's just me. I'm very risk averse. Feel like you need to take a step backwards, otherwise you overthink every move. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, you look at every move in more detail, I guess. You have to keep the main template players. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like, never get rid of Salah or whatever. Obviously, to you, like, top 70, top 75, top 50 is good. It's just that's not how generally FPL managers talk. It's usually like top 100, top 10. I mean, top 100 would be amazing. So many people playing it. How would I feel about sharing my team if I was in top 10? I mean, I don't mind sharing the team because everyone can see that anyway. Would I tell people my transfers, or would I try and lie a bit? I'm not saying I would not do that. How's it going, Fozzie? You already overthink enough, exactly. Delafeu is not a good pick. I'm not getting that pronunciation right, am I? Delafeu, isn't it? Something like that. I still can't get Milivojevic. Milivojevic? People are having a go at me about that on YouTube. Anyway, what am I saying? You think that move will burn a lot of people? I do think he's a bit, you know, I've said it already this week. He's kind of player that blows hot and cold. You see him do really well for a period of games, either points-wise or just you know, how he's playing, and then it just goes and doesn't convert to points. I don't know, but at 6 million, I don't know if it's the biggest risk. He's going to play in 31. Watford have got kind of mixed fixtures, but they're okay. So I think he could be worth a risk, to be honest. You keep track of your rivals to see what transfers they made. Oof. Milivojevic. Is that it, yeah? Okay. Milivojevic. That's actually not that bad. Milivojevic. The problem is, like, it's like when I trained myself to say Jesus instead of Jesus. That wasn't that bad because you're always talking about Jesus at the start of the season for Man City. You're not always talking about Milivojevic. Oh, I've already finished. Can you tell me if you have any sponsorship in place for 2018-19? Nope. I do not. In your preview video, you seem to be wavering on Alonso. Yeah, we kind of talked about him a bit before you arrived, Foz. I don't think so. Realistically, I'm not looking to get him out, and I probably need to get rid of Sanchez first to free up cash than Alonso. So I'm just trying to put out that there's some okay reasons to do it, but I don't think it's like an essential move. Milivojevic, I've got it, lads. Milivojevic. I should have bought in Milivojevic instead of Ibe, to be honest. A freaking penalty. Hopefully I'm repaid for the faith in Ibe. How much would a sponsor have to... Like, I have no idea about that. Best Otamendi replacement. To be honest, that's such a tough question because there's so many options. And like, it really does depend on who you've got. Like, you might want to be looking at maybe a Liverpool defender just because they don't blank. Who's got good fixtures right now? I was actually going to do a tweet on this, and I never got around to it. Hang on. I think like West Brom, Swansea have got good fixtures if you need cheap, like Mawson, maybe Higazi. West Brom, I think he's still first choice. Although, to be honest, I've not looked at the West Brom defence much this season. I'm just having a look here. Yeah, I think Mawson... Oh, Burnley defenders are pretty good too. Everton, but the problem is there's not really much choice there, I don't think. Surely play me for the attacking threat. I know, I might swap him for Francis. I don't know, I just feel like Huddersfield are less likely to score. So, whereas Swansea are in pretty good goal-scoring form, which I don't think I would say too much this season. Yeah, that's why I didn't get Milivojevic, because... because of the fixtures. Whereas I'll be happy to play. Alonso had a Snapchat back on the grass soon. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say in yesterday's video. Again, I don't know if that came through. It's a bit of a rambling video, unfortunately. But yeah, it didn't sound too good. Might miss the next game. I mean, I don't mind so much if he misses West Brom because I feel like I've got an okay bench. They're all away, which is unfortunate, but if he does miss out, I'm already thinking, what can I do with Alonso and Sanchez cash? That's a lot of money. I mean, I can even do Alonso to like a £4.5 million defender and upgrade Lingard to an 8-odd million. Maybe even Son back in. I get to keep Sanchez then. Don't know, that kind of tempts me. But that's a very cheap defence then. I'm a little bit worried about that. Yeah, Fernandes is good value, 4.4. I don't know, I just like... can't get my words out now. I like Mawson's goal. I mean, if anyone watched the stream last year, you know I'm a fan of Mawson, especially as he scored in his debut for me. Crouch played first sub. Yeah, I'm not sure about that because he played the last game but didn't play the one before. I don't think he's going to play this one. He's not going to start. So I'm really then hoping for a goal off the bench, whereas I might just go for the clean sheet and hope. Don't get me wrong, Fernandez 4.4 is a good pick for kind of value-wise. But if you've got that little bit extra to spend, I think Mawson's the better pick. I know they've both got a goal and assist over the last 3, but I think Mawson's more likely to get another goal. You could get Aubameyang to finally solve the third striker. That is another reason I got Sanchez in. I don't think I mentioned it on the video, but if I play Ibe all the time, I could swap around Sanchez and Crouch to a kind of bench fodder defender and any striker basically. So that is something I've considered. Aubameyang, yeah, I don't know about that. Again, just to bore people with it, it's going to depend on Game Week 31 blank. If Arsenal are going to blank, I don't really want to load up on their players, but Brighton away and Watford at home are nice fixtures. And they got nice fixtures after that. I'm hoping they got a double game week, actually. Because they got Burnley at home in 37 plus 1 extra. Newcastle away in 34, so it could be decent. Alonso has 3 goals against the top 6. I know, and a couple of clean sheets as well. Someone asked for the best way to contact me. I think there's an email address in my YouTube about. If you go to the channel itself and go to... Oh, I can't believe you actually made me look that my door was open. Especially when I can see it in the camera, it's not. Yeah, if you go to my channel, you can see in the About section there's an email address, I think. Sanchez away to teams like Newcastle where he was getting all his big hauls for you. Arsenal, I guess. Yeah, Salah's a safe pick. I think I'm going to... I want to play safe because I was burnt last week, basically. How many players minimum you have in... how many players... I looked again. Leave me alone. How many players minimum are you planning to have for Game Week 31? That will really depend on who it is. Like, right now, I've got Pickford... Not many, to be honest. Pickford, Salah and Firmino. I think that's actually it. From teams not blanking, because it's Watford, Stoke, Everton, Liverpool. So I've only got 3. Which is actually really bad. So my next, 3 or 4... So I'd have 2 transfers in 28. And then another 1, 2, 3... 5 more transfers. So that's 8 without hits. So I'd have to take a few hits to get to 10. I wouldn't like to be... I wouldn't like to be that far below 11, but it will depend on who's playing, to be honest. Because one thing that people forget about in blanks is it's not just you that's struggling to get 11 players. Everyone else is too. Bournemouth have decent chance of blanking. That would be great, to be honest. That's one of the reasons I went for Francis, for the hope for that. You just checked that area and saw 700k views. Do 1 million by the end of the season. Probably not, to be honest. I don't know if I do 1 million. But look, by the start of next season, for sure, start of the season views are huge. 1 million views, 10,000 subs. That's what we're going for, lads. Safe is working for me. It was working for me until I got Sanchez in and captained him. As made a good point on potential Salah rest. Yeah, I don't know. I just really don't. Yeah. What's up, Alexander? You keep hearing sounds of people walking on the floor above you on living room speakers. Is it above you? I mean, there is... my missus is walking around, I think. Does Ben Crellin deserve a knighthood? He doesn't. Well, maybe he does. Either way, he's super useful. Oh yeah, I've got Crouch. Yeah, of course. But he won't play. Yeah, Ben is he's so helpful around this stage of season. He must get so many questions. Enough from me, to be honest. Wigan to beat Man City in the FA Cup would be awesome. Yeah, I mean, it is nice when it's easier to plan, I suppose. Obviously, if Man City go out, then I've got Sterling. A lot of people have got a defender as well, Aguero. But it just means one less double game week. How do I have Crouch? I downgraded to Calvert-Lewin. You finally made it into the top 10, top 5k. Very nice. You didn't follow my captain options. Yeah, fair enough. That's probably why you're in the top 5k. When will we know who is definitely blanking? We should know before the start of next game week, as long as there's no replays. Replays mean we won't find out until afterwards. He's not going to sell Sanchez. It's you that are going to buy him. If he goes mad, like a hat trick, that's what we need. I think Salah, De Bruyne, Sterling and Aguero are at risk of being rested. Yeah, but I don't know. The Man City players have been allowed to go away. They've had a break this week, I think, most of them. So I don't know about that. Coleman is pretty expensive. 6.4 million. I don't think I want to go there. Not for an Everton defender. How's it going? Kibesa? Have I got that right? By the way, people, don't forget to vote on the polls. There's 5 of them at the moment. 5 polls. Yeah, there is 5 now. So I got me to put another one in. So don't forget to vote on that. If you haven't already, hit that like button. It'd be much appreciated. And if you're new around here, hit subscribe. That'll let you know when the next stream's going live. We are on 7,496 subscribers. So nearly at the 7,500, which is awesome. Heaton's back in full training. Okay, so it might not be too long until Pope is out. But there's not, to be honest, there's not too long till the wildcard now. So Pope owners are laughing. Wilson as a third striker or Walcott as a fifth midfielder. Walcott, I think. Talk Sanchez. I've kind of talked about him quite a bit already. What's the minimum Sanchez must do? I don't know if Sanchez can do enough. I mean, if he scores a hat-trick, then it's tough. The thing is, I'm going to have 2 transfers next week, so I need to make a transfer at least. And like, he's probably going to be the one to get me some money. But if he gets a hat-trick, how could I drop him if he gets a hat-trick? Ben Crellin deserves a spot on the wall behind me. Hey, look, someone mock up a foot card with Ben's face on. We'll talk. What's the deal with Jones? Will he start this weekend? He should, unless you hear anything from Marino. I think he was ill last week, so he's first choice. He should play. Am I not looking at getting Walcott for Lingard? I am, but I can't do it this week without a hit, so I'll look next week, to be honest. Sanchez isn't the same. Yeah, I completely agree. I don't think Salah would be completely dropped, which is, I guess, is even worse as if you want to captain him, because they'll probably at least put him on the bench in case they need him, right? I don't think he's in that much need of a rest. How's the 4G usage? It's fine. I'm not even hitting the fair use cap, to be honest, with the amounts of streams I'm doing. I even have to upload the videos on 4G, but yeah, I've not hit the cap yet. So, and I've just found out actually. I saw an advert yesterday. I'm still using my phone, but I saw that like Vodafone do a modem where you can plug in with Ethernet. It's like a 4G modem, and I think it was like €45 a month for 150 gig. Whereas 3 are doing one, and 3 is who my phone's with, which works out fine. At least in this room, there's 4G. And that one's like fair use is 750 gig. It's unlimited, but the fair use is 750 gigs. So it's like 6 times as much as Vodafone. And it's only 30 quid a month. So if the phone becomes a problem, I can buy that. And I can use that for everything. I can use that for gaming and stuff on the PC. So I'm tempted to do that. Did I ever end up doing the giveaway? I didn't. I hope people have forgot. I need to do it. I've still got the stuff for it. I need to get something printed out. It's so awful, you don't even want to see it. I'll see if I can do that. I don't know when I'm going to get around to it, though. That's the problem. I need to go into town, which is always annoying. So I don't work anywhere near town. Said at the end of the week, but Loughton is 4.3 million. Decent defence enablers. You think penalties will be Pogba's long terms? Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens if like Lukaku, Sanchez, and Pogba are all on the pitch and they get one. Yeah, 750 gig is decent. But the only problem is it's 3, and in Ireland they don't tend to have as good reception as Vodafone do. But like I say, it's working for my phone, okay, so fingers crossed. If I could get that and a new computer, I could maybe stream games like PUBG. Who's playing PUBG? I know. I won't shut up about it. Sanchez probably got promised penalties when he signed. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know about that. He's not the best penalty taker, really. My God, I need a shave. Or do I need a shave? You tell me on the polls that are up. Does Andy need a shave? Should he shave? Sorry. It's not does he, should he? A little bit different, I suppose. Salah on penalties too. Very good point, actually. Keep forgetting that. Fortnite over PUBG. Me and you will fall out, Felix. What do you think? Who will blank in Gameweek 31? Don't know yet. Don't know. Let's just wait. All we have to do is wait till next week, or before next week, and we will know. We can answer all these questions. No shave until I get a green arrow. Oh, I don't know about that. Counter-Strike better than PUBG? Now, to be honest, I've never really been a PC player. We'll talk about games later. I do love talking about games. Salah's a sensible option. No one's talking about Kane. We've barely talked about Kane this week. Apart from now, we're talking about him. But when Kane plays Arsenal, it's personal. It still hurts him that they released him as a kid. He wrote it himself in an article called 0 to 100. Well, he does usually do pretty good against Arsenal. I think that man believes he can score in every fixture without fail. That Harry Kane article was a great read. I've not seen it. If anyone could link it to me, that would be good. Imagine Salah blanks after all this. To be honest, that's one of the reasons most of us haven't been captaining, because I said this weeks ago, because you're just worried that you captain him when he blanks. Was everyone having a pop at your team for being template? Does that explain why you bought in Sanchez and Crouch? No, not at all. Crouch was a mistake. There wasn't really there wasn't really too many options in that price. Oh yeah, definitely be trimmed. Don't worry about that. Won't be off completely. Maybe I should have put that as an option in the vote. Is it okay to choose a differential captain with a highly or low owned, or go with the obvious choice? Go with whoever you think is best, to be honest. Don't overthink it too much. If you think Salah's the best option, don't worry about everyone else too. To be honest, Salah isn't necessarily always the most captained live teams. Like last week, Aguero was the most captain, and Salah was second with 18%, but that was the same as Kane. So he's not necessarily miles ahead of everyone. If Salah's name was Luis Suarez, we'd captain him right now without fail. Yeah, you're probably right. And Salah's on course to beat Suarez at the moment, which is ridiculous. This is what I'm saying. When I talk about out loud, there isn't one reason I can think of to go Sanchez captain. Not one good reason, anyway. The glory of it paying off. When hang on a sec. When was Suarez's last Liverpool season? Let's have a look. So I think on Fantasy Football Scout you can compare from different years. So his last season was 2014. So 2013, 2014. Let's have a look. Luis Suarez, all matches, Salah. See if this works. Oh, had no appearances. Maybe it was 2013. Oh yeah. Oh my God, Suarez was all over the place. This heat map is ridiculous. Wow. Okay. Suarez posting better stats. Incredible. Just think about how good Salah is, and Suarez was still much better. Well, not much better, but better, yeah. Damn, Suarez was so good. How expensive do I think Salah will be next season? 10 or 10.5, probably. 10.5, I guess. I mean, it does depend what they do with Hazard and KDB. Surely we should just captain Salah until the end of the season. Absolutely. Unless he doesn't have a double. How's it going, Bozza? How many points did Suarez score in his best season? 295. Yeah, maybe 10 is too low for Salah. 10.5. I don't know about 11.5 though. Sanchez did it like over a couple of seasons, right? Salah's just come back. 12 million, I don't know. I don't know, maybe you're right with 11.5, to be honest. 11.5. We'll see how he ends. Salah hasn't banged loads against Norwich. That's two. I mean, Suarez playing Norwich was a guaranteed hat-trick every time. No worries, Javier. Go to bed, man. School is important. At least that's what everyone will tell you. The Leicester blank in Gameweek 31, not confirmed yet. I'm pretty sure Salah will be a forward next season. Big mistake if he's not. I'm pretty sure he will not be a forward, to be honest. I mean, we would all buy him at 12 million, so why not? To be fair, I'm sure most people said the same about Sanchez. No one's really buying him, apart from idiots. What sort of job do you have where you can sit playing budget? I mean, I'm not sat there all day and playing it. I'm just playing on lunch break. Not sat there from 9 till 6 or anything. Salah hasn't been the top game week point scorer this season, which is interesting. I mean, that is just consistency at its best. Yeah, Salah's not going to be listed as a forward. No way. Not unless they overhaul the whole midfield forward thing completely. Oh, cheers for the article link. So I'll have a look at that. When will you resurrect the phrase, I've still got the wild card in my back pocket? I mean, everyone's got it in their back pocket at this point, so... Salah is Liverpool's striker, compare his heat map with Firmino. Yeah, I got no doubts that he plays that far forward, but he won't be listed as a... He won't be listed as a forward. What is that drink you have in every video? Have I got a sponsorship deal? No, this is a free plug. Tesco, if you want to pay me, you can. Tesco... Oh, God. Sleeve Venomon. Someone from Ireland is going to tell me how wrong I've got it. So we have their bottled water. I've just got like a bit of like summer fruit squash in there as well. Just trying to drink water, you see. No beer. Although that will change on Saturday, but still. Still think a set of Let's Talk FPL wildcards should be made. I know, I've got ideas, it's just... I'm so bad at organising stuff. You missed the stream because you were playing PUBG. That's fair enough. Mr. Hagger thinks Seamus Coleman will get double digits this weekend. Against Crystal Palace, could happen. Staying hydrated is important. The problem is, I drink so much water at the moment. I just have to pee all the time. It's a nightmare. Alright, we're about 4 or 5 minutes away from doing the doing the polls. So top right hand corner, vote on them if you haven't already. We'll put Candyland on and turn it up a little bit. There you go. Avoids Ben gets sad. Mr. Torres Magic, how's it going, my man? You drink like 6 teas at work every day. Telling you, it's all those trips to the toilet. What dream player from outside the Premier League do you want to come to the Premier League? Minus Neymar, Messi and Ronaldo. For fantasy reasons. Luis Suarez back. Let's get him back at Man United. Back in the Premier League at Man United. Although he's getting on a bit, isn't he? Who else? Dybala maybe? Joe Gomez pick up a knock in the game before last. He's got like a hamstring injury maybe. Don't quote me on that. No, I've got the pronunciation now. If I've got it slightly wrong, it's tough. I've got it as good as it's going to be. Milivojevic. You're close to Captain Hazard. Worth a punt. Look, if you want a punt, yeah, definitely. Okay, game week 27 captain. We've had about 200 votes, so unsurprisingly, Salah is top with 65%. 13% is a Man City attacker, so you'd assume most of those are Aguero. Only 9% for Kane, which is interesting. I don't know, I suppose it is Leicester at home for City. Hazard only 3%, like Fozzie said, bit of a punt. And then someone else, 8%. Is Aubameyang, this came in from Apple Bonkers, so I thought I'd stick it in because I didn't have many others to put in. Is Aubameyang correctly priced, coming in at top 78%? Like I said on the Scoutcast, I wanted him a bit cheaper, but that's just because I wanted a bargain. But a lot of people thought 10.5 was actually too cheap, so although not in the polls, 15% saying overpriced and 6% saying underpriced. There's still a few of you that think he's worth more than he's up. I'm going to put the polls on this screen, then it looks like I'm looking at you. Because I always have them on the second screen. Now I've lost them. Will you consider taking Alonso out? So this is really close. So 31% are considering doing it after West Brom. It's kind of what I said, just because of the fixtures that are coming up. 28% if he's injured, yes, fair enough. You know, any injured player we'd look at taking out. We'd have to, for me, you'd have to weigh up how long he's out for. But if he's going to miss West Brom at home, then he's got kind of not very nice fixtures. I'll definitely look at it this week. I'd maybe even take a hit to bring in Walcott. 27% of you don't own, fair enough. 9% say hell no, you're keeping anyway. And 3% already got rid of this week. I'd find that surprising, but there's probably some people out there that have done it. Best mid-range midfield pick for game week 27 onwards. Walcott smashes this with 54%. Probably unsurprisingly again, he doesn't blank, he's in good form, good fixtures. I'd expect Ramsey to be higher up if he didn't have the next two against Spurs and Man City. But Ramsey is second on 13%. 12% for Delafeu. 11% for Shaqiri. So Ramsey, Delafeu and Shaqiri are really close. And then 7% would just get someone else. Not sure who, of course. Now the big one. Should I shave? I can tell you now there's been 166 votes. So people weren't quite as happy about voting on this as they were for the other polls. But still, 166 votes. And the winner, with 63%, so it's unanimous, says yes, it's a mess. So there you go. Should shave it. I should have put in a few other options like clean shave just to trim. Maybe we'll do that again when I grow it again and get lazy. So it's going. It's a mess. Hopefully by the next stream, you will see a cleaner cut beard. Ish. I mean, it's still going to be a mess. It's me. The beard poll deserves a drum roll. Too late now. Need to get into all that. You know, have drum rolls here, different graphics here and there. Remain loses again. Oh no. By the way, I think I'm going to stream on Sunday this week instead of Saturday. Instead of Monday. I know Chelsea are playing on Monday. But to be honest, there's two reasons. One, I think more people get to watch on a Sunday than Monday. Two, if I don't have Alonso playing, there's no one I have for Chelsea anyway. And three, because I stream twice and I'm going to stream later on in the week, I feel like one of the reasons to do it on Monday is because obviously all the games have gone, so I've got the most amount of info of what's happened. Because I stream again later on in the week, I don't think it matters. If something big happens in that Chelsea game, we'll just cover it in the next stream. So I'm probably going to stream on Sunday this week. That was a long way of saying that. You should keep growing the beard and become the real fantasy guru. The missus will have the final say. She doesn't mind it, to be honest. She'd be happy with me keeping it. Oh, good point, Harry. There's FA Cup games. So it'll be Sunday and then the following Thursday probably. But I will try and make like a couple of videos in between. Yeah, it'll be Sunday and then the Thursday before the game week is normal. In between, I'll just try and do some videos, maybe one on blanks and stuff. So I'm sure there's lots of questions on that. You think Arsenal will be overrun in midfield against Spurs? I think they will unless they change formation / personnel. I think they have to play 3 centre mids. You saw what happened to Man United when they just played Pogba and Matic. Would you still put Kane into your team if you planned on captaining Salah for the rest of the season? I mean, you got to look at double game weeks and stuff. That will change your opinion on Kane for a start. If he's got a double game week, you don't want to go without him. But it's not the worst idea. He's just so frustrating not to own because he can just get hat-tricks out of nowhere. He's that good a player. And we've seen he's got back-to-back ones already. But you're right, it does diminish him a little bit if you're not captaining, but he's still a great player. Depends what you can do with the money or what you're willing to do with the money or willing to risk. A week without Andy's stream and Scoutcast is a worse week. I know, but you end up repeating yourself otherwise. Otherwise you stream midweek and you're basically just waiting for the week to end so you can get all the info. We'll see. See See what happens with the blanks. Stream PUBG. Honestly, my graphics... When I play PUBG, my graphics card goes to 100% usage and like 84 degrees, which is fine. But there's no way it would carry a stream as well. I need a new computer, which I'm looking into. I keep saying this, but they're very pricey right now. All these crypto miners. Yeah, Loudson, 4.3 million, looking good. A club bars and gaming chat stream. No one would tune in, man. A few of you legends. Oh, good point. Oh no. Oh. I hate Spotify. It does that annoying thing. Well, it's not annoying unless you're streaming, but it does that thing where when it finishes the playlist, and Candyland was on a playlist with only two songs, it starts playing other songs that are similar, but they're probably copyrighted, so now I'm probably going to get a strike. Which is super annoying. One of the reasons I don't play Candyland. But it's not why I don't play Candyland, it's why I don't play that playlist. Oh well, worry about that if it comes to it. Not a good time to buy a PC, yeah, I know. But yeah, I need one at some point. This was just... It's done the job for 6 years, but it's just so slow. If I could just render videos a bit quicker, I could probably make more. Stream when we need it most, the evening before the deadline. Now, I don't like doing it on Friday. Well, I do, but less people will be able to get to watch it. Am I looking at getting an Alienware? No, I'd probably do like a... I don't know if I'd build it myself this time because I get very stressed if it doesn't work first time. But I will probably get it from someone like Scan or Overclockers to get them to build it. Music's really quiet, it might not pick it up. It definitely picks it up, trust me. You can turn that feature off from Spotify. Alright, cheers, Janska. I'll have a look into that. It's usually not a problem because I just play the playlist I have and I put it on repeat. So it doesn't matter. It just plays the one I know I won't get done for. I might be able to take it out. YouTube's a bit funny. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. It won't do anything against my channel. The most it'll do is just demonetize the video, which is fine. Alexander, you've just bought a 1080 Ti. Very nice. I've been looking at them. They're so pricey, though. That's what I want, though. If I buy a new PC, I want to do it properly. I don't want to... I want to get the top stuff so it lasts. Like, this one's lasted me 6 years. It's done a great job. Yeah, I used to do Friday streams, just not anymore. If you're getting a strike anyway, put on some tunes. Aha. Yeah, maybe I could just... The reason it's not the Candyland that's the problem, but I used to have a playlist that I played from them, and all of a sudden one song got got struck on my account because I played one song because I'd made the playlist. So what I do now is they're called no copyright sounds, so they have their own playlist on Spotify. So I just play that because if there's any songs that they don't want in there or they don't want you to use, they just take them out of the playlist. But Candyland's not in there. I can't put Candyland in there. I could copy this playlist to my own and put Candyland in, but then if any songs get taken out, blah 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 yada. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, enough boring with copyright strikes and music. It's pointless buying a good PC and not investing in a good graphics card. Yeah, I'm not going to buy one unless I can get a 1080 minimum, to be honest. But I want the Ti. Early streams had no music, I know. It's a bit awkward at times. God, those early streams are really bad. Might be worth waiting until the 1170 comes out. I know. The problem with computers is you're always waiting. I mean, will they delay new cards because of the crypto stuff? I don't know. They definitely won't come out at 550. They'll get bought out so quick. They'll just rise in price really quick. But by the time I can afford one, they might be out. Do you have any idea when those new ones are coming out? There is nobody watching or not watching because of the playlist. No, I get that, but I prefer having music on than not have it on. I'll turn it down a bit. Yeah, Swansea got really good games. Son to Walcott. If you've still got Son, I'd be tempted to keep him, to be honest, because he's got a home game against Arsenal, who Spurs can definitely score past. Got a good record at home and got really nice fixtures coming up after the Arsenal game. Or some pretty good fixtures. Let's have a look. Yeah, Crystal Palace away, Huddersfield at home, Bournemouth away, Newcastle. Nice 4 set of fixtures, so I'd maybe keep him. The early streams were also 3 hours long. I know, that's generally when they were on a Friday. 4 hours, I remember one being. That's the longest one. I had to keep taking breaks. Problem is now, I usually do them during the week. I got work the next day. I live further away from work these days. I've got to keep them to about an hour. Always I'm cream crackered. Will Son continue to start a Lucas Moura in the squad? I think he will, but the problem is Alderweireld's back now, so he might be the problem. Alright, I think we'll look to start ending the stream now. Unless you've got any other questions, not FPL wise maybe, that we can go through. We can talk about PUBG for a bit, but I think FPL wise we've gone through most of the questions. I hope. Any more questions that haven't answered, feel free to put them in the comments. I'll try and get to them. Other people from the community will do it as well. 4-hour stream is the one where you got hammered. It was, yeah. Tough call, Pogba out, I think. I don't know. I think he'll be back. I've not made any transfers, Stefanos. I'm not making any this week. Would I consider Valencia? Probably not. It's quite expensive. Can I stream Twitch on 4G? Probably. But again, I need a much better computer than the one I've got. You'll carry me on Counter-Strike. Oh, you've not seen me play PC games. I'm awful. Remember to hit that like button and the subscribe button, all that good stuff. Good point, Chris. Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, if you're not already, really appreciate you hitting the like button if you've enjoyed the stream. If you are new around here, hit subscribe. No, I'm not saying Pogba's out, like injured. I think people are saying he might be out of the team or they're getting rid. Who do I think will score more points this week, Walcott or Pogba? Probably Walcott. Cheers, Alexander. Thanks for tuning in as always. All the other sponsors, much appreciated. Cheers, Peter. Thanks for the PC advice. Oh, 4 months, you reckon? Okay, 4 months would be kind of good timing. Yeah, I'd go Walcott over Pogba right now. Daniel, you just got here. What did you miss? You missed the whole stream, I'm afraid. I'm about to turn off. But you can rewind back straight away, which is good. You got Siggy in draft. It depends who's available, I suppose. I think Sigurdsson could do okay. Probably not as good as Walcott. Highest kills on PUBG, probably like 4 or 5, which I know is rubbish, but I'm starting to kill people. Like, I went for a run of games after that 4 or 5 where I just killed no one. I was almost too afraid to engage. So now I'm making sure I engage and I'm getting better at shooting or whatever on PC. So now I regularly take out like maybe 1 to 3, which I know sounds awful, but in solo for me that's not bad. It's getting better, progress. What mouse do I use? At work I've just got an awful 2-button mouse, it's rubbish. At home, like here, I've got a Razer Death Adder, which I love. I've had it nearly 6 years now. Something you've been debating today, to climb rank, best to captain Salah or go for a differential? Honestly, I think Salah could be the best choice. You might not climb as quickly, but you're definitely not going to fall. Nah, I don't think I will captain Sanchez. Don't you worry about that. Yeah, it's definitely a slow game compared to Fortnite. Razor Mamba here. Nice. I want to get when I get a new computer, I'm going to look at getting what do I want? Like a mechanical keyboard, I think. I want to like kit it out fully, but like I say, money, etc. We'll sort that out. Right now I've got a Microsoft Sidewinder, which I don't know why I love it. I've got one at work as well. Again, I bought all this 6 years ago, so it's done me well. Look up PUBG. Good luck, every tip. I'll await your email. I've not played Foot Champs this month, unfortunately. Time, etc. PSG versus Real Madrid on Valentine's Day. Very nice. Right, lads. I'm gonna shoot off now for sure. You just packed Aguero. Very nice, Adam. Very, very nice. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot off. Thanks as always for tuning in, especially those of you that stayed late. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. It'd be really appreciated. Let you know when we're going live, when the videos are going live, etc. Matt's last question. Do I have the screen to handle a 1080 Ti? I mean, I've got a 1080 screen. I'm not that bothered about going higher than that, but I want 60 FPS. And I want to be able to run a gaming stream and the game on top. And I want it to be future-proofed as well, so that's my kind of plans anyway. Anyway, I'll stay in the chat a second, Matt, if you want to give me any more PC advice. But otherwise, I'm going to shut off the live stream. Hopefully we will get green arrows. Hopefully I'll get a slightly better score than all of you guys. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. It's all for yourself in FPL. Until then, I will see you on Sunday. Catch you later, everyone.